It's time for the Showtime and Timberwolves Show with your hosts Paladino Joey and the People's Champ Vince Germano.
I wouldn't put anything past us, and that's the goal, is to get to the finals and win it.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Welcome to the Showtime and T-Wolves podcast. I am your host, Vinrock, and joining me all the way in Golden Valley, Minnesota, the T-Wolves' #1 fan, Mr. Paladino Joey. Joey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you? How are you today?
I'm feeling pretty fine, actually. I've got a nice Peroni sitting next to me, nice and cold, straight out of the fridge. I figure it's important to start off with a beer check.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. And here comes the cracking. Here comes the crack here. There it goes. 8-Bit makes its second go-round. 8-Bit Pale Ale returns out of Tallgrass. Yes.
And I noticed you sent someone a bit of 8-Bit on the YouTubes there, I saw, mate. What's going on there? You forget about your old pal Vinrock down here, mate.
Ooh, yeah, I gotta get one. Yeah, I gotta get one to you. I do, and I gotta know to wrap it in bubble wrap too, because he was like, "Nah, Joey." Remember that? That was funny. I like that guy.
It's like, bloody hell, you got a free beer, shut the hell up.
Yeah. He's like Santa Claus over there. Yeah.
What a good gig that is. Mm-hmm. Starts a bloody beer review YouTube show, and he gets free beer sent to him. Got to get on that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, he's done like over 1,300 videos now. It's like it's called Greg's Beer Reviews, by the way, out of Virginia. Greg's Beer Reviews. That's funny. Oh. So here we go.
Since we've got... Oh, mate, my Peroni. Mm-hmm. It's my country's beer. Well, my motherland's beer, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Italianos.
Italianos?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Joey.
Yes, sir.
The T-Wolves. You've got to be feeling very happy.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, they've kind of taken a turn a bit. They look, it's like they've finally woken up of like how to play again. They finally remembered how to play, or at least in a sense, it's like, how do we even say it? It's like they're playing the way they were supposed to, in a sense. Like the way they started out the season, it looked like they were going to play like the way they are now. And then immediately after that, it's like a couple of close losses, and then it was basically like they got the non-clutch bug. Now all of a sudden they're starting to win games. Unfortunately, though, it's like they're still, 5.5 games behind Dallas. So the odds of them catching that playoff 8th seed is still slim. But at least there's a glimmer of hope, and they're sure as hell a lot more fun to watch.
Now, this is the first person I want to drink to.
Yes, sir.
It's not Rick Adelman.
No.
It is Shabazz, who I always rated Muhammad. Let's have a drink to Shabazz Muhammad.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff.
8-Bit.
Now, this is the great thing about you being in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Is the feeling there that Shabazz has been an unexpected spark that the team was looking for?
Unexpected, yeah, in a sense, I guess, from some parts of the media and obviously fan base too. It's basically like they see him, the other side, they saw him as, some of them were calling him like a joke and he's just like worthless, he's going to get traded. And now they're like, huh, yeah, well, he's providing something. Gosh, he might earn some minutes. And then the rest of us that have a pretty good idea that this kid can score. We're not Kool-Aid drinkers for him now. We're not wearing no Shabazz shades, if that makes any sense. That actually sounds kind of cool. Hey,
let's go on a t-shirt.
Yeah, let's get this sponsor going. But we kind of saw this coming. It's more a matter of just play the guy. Obviously, we also could see coming what happened in the Sacramento game, where it was a bit of a, it's like the stock went up. The stock went up a little too fast. You know what happens when a stock goes up too fast? It has a red day the next day, and that's basically what happened.
Well, look, as people have probably guessed by now, I am a Lakers fan, but I did rate Shabazz very highly in a draft show I did on the Courtside podcast. Check it out, iTunes. And I actually thought Shabazz was going to help right away. Again, I know we keep beating the same old drum. Why Adelman did not play him is beyond me, but let's have a look at a positive. He's playing him now. Let's hope he stays in the rotation. Let's hope he keeps producing. I mean, I don't want 20 a night from Shabazz, but he can give you 10, 12, 15, maybe bust out every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. He could at least give you that much. It's not, you don't necessarily have to be shooting for the moon when it comes to Shabazz. It's more of play him, at least give him playing time enough so he could average like 10 points a game, because I know for sure he could do that. I think both of us would agree on that one.
Absolutely. Now,
energy.
Mm-hmm. This is a Gorgie Deng. I think two things are going to happen with Gorgie Deng. Pardon me. He is either going to turn into this, we already know he can block shots, but this real decent starting center, a defensive style center who can score a little, or he turns into a backup. But if he turns into the starting center that I'd like to see him become, would that give you, if you're a GM, the confidence to trade Nikola Pekovic?
Yes. Yeah, because Gorgie brings something Pekovic doesn't. That's the defense. Me and the forecaster talk about that religiously on the recent Timberwolves Explosion show. Check that out on iTunes, by the way. Religiously. Well, then again, not just the last show. Like every show he's been on anyway. The rim protection that Gorgie Deng brings is something really no one else on the team possesses. Ronnie Turiaf has some rim protection, but not at the Gorgie Deng level. And he's had a pretty good string of bad luck so far this year with a fractured elbow. You got the sore knee. Dante Cunningham playing center makes about as much sense as cutting a lawn backwards. I don't even know how to explain that one. I am or drinking this beer upside down. That's about how much sense that makes.
That's got me baffled.
Sorry.
No,
you got you twisted up now. Look at me.
I just can't understand. I mean, I like Cunningham. Don't get me wrong, but playing him at center is just ludicrous. Don't know what he's thinking there, Adelman.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if Deng does turn into that center, you're going to get something really good for Peck.
Yeah,
that is what would improve this team even so much more.
Yeah, like be it a better shooting guard, maybe a more two-way shooting guard, or maybe a more high-end small forward if they don't believe that Corey Brewer or Shabazz is the answer. Shabazz's physicality could long-term become the answer, because it's obviously a wait and see still with that, but it's looking good there. But yeah, I mean, Gorgie Deng's energy, his shot, his rim protection in general. I mean, he could rebound. I think he's got a pretty good future in this league if given enough confidence, and obviously bulking up a bit as well is in order.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to set you a bit of homework for next show.
Uh-oh. Get the paper ready.
I want you to go on ESPN Trade Center.
Ooh.
And I want you to find me a trade for Peck. This is, all... If Deng becomes that center, we all hope he can. I want you to hit me back next week with a trade you might have.
Okay.
Now,
they're writing down here. Yeah. Click.
Earl Clark.
Yeah.
We had a bit of discussion on Facebook, just a small one, about was there any interest in Earl Clark that you heard of in Minnesota? Because I thought, and I think you agreed, would have been a decent fit in Minnesota.
There was really no talk about him here. No, unfortunately,
Really?
no. I don't know if it's because I guess it's kind of a logjam at the small forward position. Obviously you got Corey Brewer, Buttinger, Shabazz, all that good stuff. That's when maybe a Shabazz situation would frustrate a lot of people again. Like now he gets even less playing time. When he's finally starting to get playing time.
Yep.
I like him though. Going to the Knicks, I'm not sure how much sense that makes either. Like desperation. I guess I need to play somewhere.
He's another guy that has left the Lakers
Yeah.
after he broke out and has regretted it ever since.
Oh yeah. Like what did he say? Yeah.
Well, money. We couldn't pay him. He wanted to stay. We couldn't pay it. We offered him, a reduced deal of what Cleveland gave him, but he regrets it now. And Shannon Brown's another one. Man, he's bouncing around now on 10-day contracts. So you left the Lakers, get stuffed. You shouldn't have left. And good luck to you. Now my Lakers, Joey. Still poo.
Yeah.
But we covered the trade the trades our teams did and didn't do last week. But I've got to tell you, I am absolutely cock-a-hoop about Kent Bazemore.
Can't breathe. Yeah, I mean, that's the move you got from Golden State.
Don't tell me you haven't seen what he's been doing.
No, I'm just kidding. No, he has been. Yeah, I mean, what a godsend. Gosh, and I was all spouting off about Brooks being Marshawn Brooks. I'm getting him mixed up with all these other Brookses out there. Aaron Brooks. I'm going to go nuts with that. But I was all spouting off about what a great find he could be for the Lakers long term. But geez, what's up with this guy?
I'll tell you something. Defense. Defense. But the kid is scoring. He's scoring.
He is.
And I didn't think he had that in him, but he's a great athlete as well. Can finish, runs. Absolutely stoked. Mitch has done it again. Brooks has been very good. I'll say he's been good. He has been very good.
Marshawn, yep.
Sean Brooks, but I don't think he sticks, honestly, but I definitely think Bazemore is going to stick, and I am absolutely wrapped with that move. I have been using it on 2K14 and loving it.
Yeah, that's the fun part. You can do that what do they call it? The association deal. We used to do it for years. We just put teams together with the general manager. We pretend to be general managers, and we would just simulate. We wouldn't even play. We'd simulate to see how well the team does.
Yep.
So we were just playing GM, not like, okay, I'll put my team together and now I'll pick up the controller. It's more interesting to see what they do on their own. Bazemore, yeah, he's already starting.
Mate, that's just a bonus. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And D'Antoni can't believe he's actually teaching D'Antoni how to play defense. So well done to Bazemore.
An undrafted guy who's going to trade. He's going to teach.
You know what?
He probably will too.
Let's drink to Bazemore.
Let's drink to Bazemore. Bazemore, right? Oh.
You want to spat that out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, it is.
Now, you probably saw Gasol's comments about lack of discipline and his hatred of the D'Antoni small ball.
Which one was that?
Did you see Gasol's comments about
I did
the
not.
lack of discipline and the hatred of D'Antoni small ball? Well, it's safe to say these two aren't getting along. Even though Powell's still producing on the court at 17 a game, having a great last few months. Can't blame him because that system has proven to win zilch. Nothing.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Overall. And look, once again, D'Antoni comes out, I wish he would have kept it in-house. Well, D'Antoni's has shown no respect to Powell since he got there.
I can't disagree with that. I can't. And like when we say the whole small ball thing, it really doesn't, it's never been successful anywhere. Maybe short stretches in certain games here and there. And we're talking short stretches, not long-term, approach trying to make the playoffs, trying to get anywhere in the playoffs, which is obviously impossible. It kind of, in a way, is very, very much in relation to playing Donnie Cunningham at center. Talk about small ball.
I mean, he plays Wes. I like Wes Johnson. And
yeah.
Side note, lovely tip in yesterday, beat Portland.
Yes. Congratulations. I did watch that happen on the League Pass.
It was bittersweet because, I'm thinking draft pick.
Yep.
Pardon me, but he plays Wes Johnson at power forward. The only time I'm going small ball with a small forward at power forward is if I've got LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only time. I'm not getting. Look, this is D'Antoni to it. He's just an idiot, a moron. God, I hope he coaches the Heat one day.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I've just had enough. I've like Marcus said on your show with waiting out Adam, and I think I'm just going to wait out D'Antoni.
Yeah, it's Leslie Frazier syndrome. We're literally like 4 games into the Minnesota Vikings season. I was talking on Purple Mafia. At least I knew he was already he was done, but there was no replacement on the coaching staff. So it's just you just sit and wait. You just sit and wait the whole stinking season because there's nothing you can do.
Well, the way I say it, if there's better guys out there for the job, hire them. And there's a handful.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there are, yeah. See, this time there are, unlike that Vikings season. But yeah,
absolutely, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was talk that with Melo being a free agent, that the Lakers will offer him a massive contract.
Oh.
But I did read that the Lakers have. Well, there is talk that the Lakers have no interest in Melo, and much to your chagrin, will throw everything at Kevin Love and Kevin Durant in the next couple of years. Your thoughts, Palladino?
I hope you like Kevin Durant. The sad part is knowing the Lakers' history, that actually makes more sense than Kevin Love, to be honest with you. The sad truth, like to every Laker hater out there, which I'm not anymore. I was in the past. Not anymore. That's why I'm very happy to be a part of this show, of course, being a host or co-host, as we're going to, we're doing the flip-flop right now, yes. But I could just see that happening. I could see it somehow getting Durant. If he doesn't win his championship in the next 2 years, I could see it happening, really. He's going to get impatient. He's starting to get impatient, isn't he? You can see it.
Well,
a little bit.
A little bit, probably a little bit, but I think he realises the next couple of years he's got a massive chance to get one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as confident on Durant as I am with Kevin Love. I honestly think we are going to get Kevin Love.
Yeah, and that's the sad truth. It's probably more likely because Oklahoma is good. They've been to the finals. They're probably going back this year. Not that they're going to win or anything, but because I think the East wins again. But personally. Yep. But yeah, and obviously what's going on in Minnesota, you make all these good moves, and we're still 5 games out of the playoffs. 5 games out. Ugh.
I was stunned when I heard that. I didn't think you were that far behind. You're not going to make it now, I don't think.
Yeah, it's like you think about that, and it's like, we're doing so good. We're kicking Denver's butt. We beat Indiana, stuff like that. We beat Phoenix on the road. We're still 5.5 games out. It's like, that's when reality sets in.
But I think you've got a way better record than a way better run home than Dallas. An easier run home.
Yeah, that's that's the talk. Is the schedule is softer? Pretty much, we have a very soft schedule, so there's a chance. I mean, they need to get hotter than hot, though. They need to get like white hot to get in the playoffs and literally win like 50 games from here on out. What are we? 1 game above 500? It's like, yay! That's a tough mountain to climb.
You guys need like a 10, 11 game winning streak.
Yeah, we're talking hot. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if that's going to happen.
No, we don't. I don't think we've won 5 games in a row. Like in the last. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm blanking on it, but I don't even remember winning 5 games in a row the last couple of years.
Didn't you win your first 5 this year?
No, one of them was that almost tip in by Kevin Love that would have sent us to overtime, and it didn't go in. I know that was one of the. Yeah, that was like that put us at like 3-2 or 3-1, something like that. I think it was 2-1, but either way, we lost.
Maybe next year, Palladino. Maybe next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your last year of Kevin Love.
My heart beating. Yeah, I mean, looking at the next 4 games, those look like a lot of wins. So maybe that's 7 in a row right there. I mean, they look like a lot of wins coming.
Well, hopefully, I mean, look, I love the T-Wolves, so hopefully that does happen. You've got to make the playoffs soon with Kevin Love, or wow.
What's that?
You got to make the playoffs soon with Kevin Love, or
yeah, we got
Goldsky.
Yeah, as the over energy drink players like to say, backs against the wall because it is, our backs against the wall right now.
And look, before we head to a break, I want to give a bit of a shout out or a bit of a slap in the face to Stu Benson.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you like that Ricky Rubio clutch 3 the other day? Do you like that, mate?
Did you like it? Yeah, so much Rubio hate, and that was hey. Sure, the release was slow. Sure, Isaiah Thomas being with whatever height he was, he might have blocked it if he was taller. But hey, the shot went in.
Yeah. As Hightower from Police Academy says, went in, didn't it?
Yes. and also the fact when one point guard's in there, the offense goes ape bleep, and when the other one's in there, the offense is intelligent and good and clutch. So that point guard is Ricky Rubio. The intelligent one, yes, sorry.
Superstar, Ricky Rubio. Mm-hmm. Wow, nearly there. He will be, don't worry about that. And with that, we're going to take a break and refresh our beers.
Oh, yes.
We'll be right back.
You shop on Amazon? Did you know that you could support this podcast just by doing your normal shopping on Amazon? It's really easy to do. Just go to thesportstuff.com and click on one of the many Amazon pictures. Do your normal shopping, and Amazon sees that we referred you, and they give us a percentage. We'd like to thank you in advance for supporting thesportstuff.com, and please use our Amazon link. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
We are going round like Saturn III.
Too busy to sit in front of a computer? Simply search for and download Showtime and Timberwolves on iTunes for Apple devices. For Android, find us on the Double Twist app. And for Windows and BlackBerry, search for us in the store icon. And now, back to Palladino Joey and Vince Germano. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Showtime and T-Wolves. Follow us on Twitter at Showtime T-Wolves and at Vinrock44. Don't forget to call into our phone lines at 209-736-7877. That's 209-736-7877. Now back to Palladino and Vinrock.
And we are back. And Joey, guess what time it is?
What time is it?
Retro Player of the Week.
It is.
And because I'm such a nice guy, I am going to let you go first with your T-Wolves Retro Player of the Week. Who do you got for me?
Look at this guy putting me on the spot. No, no, this is a guy who, well, I like to keep things related to what's going on just to make it more interesting. So we've been talking a lot about Shabazz Muhammad lately, Timberwolves related, where he was obviously a fairly high draft pick, not too high, 14th overall. This guy was a higher draft pick who ended up getting traded mid-season, but showed potential at times and then kind of got overlooked by the Wolves, kind of kicked away for a guy who was really good, obviously, for a while until he just bolted for Phoenix, Arizona, which is kind of related to this week as well. So his name is Daniel Marshall. Yeah, it's Daniel Marshall.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, yep. It came. Daniel Marshall played for about half a season, unfortunately. Scored 26 points. I still remember it clear as day because I don't know what I have, photographic memory or something, but 26 points in his first game as a Timberwolf. I was thrilled, excited, like, oh my God, we finally hit pay dirt with a draft pick, and this was 1993. 1993, my God. That's a long time ago.
Miles ago.
Oh my God, Yep. 94, pardon me. 93 is Isaiah Ryder. I thought it was wrong. Yep. 94, fourth overall pick out of Connecticut. Had that 26-point game and then just kind of dropped off after that, and everybody assumed, he's just this bust. But then went on to have a pretty solid career later on. In fact, he got really damn good for a while there with Golden State Warriors, the Jazz and stuff. And I was like, geez, in some ways he was almost better than Googs.
Whoa. That's
okay.
Don't
In
get
some
too
ways.
far. Don't get too far.
In some ways, like I said, in some ways he was almost better than Googs at times. Very strong defensive, physical player. I would have taken him on this team after Gugliotta bolted for Phoenix because he hated Stephon Marbury. He just couldn't stand him. He had to get the hell out of here. So, Daniel Marshall, very productive career over the course of time. Played until 2009 with his hometown Philadelphia 76ers. He is now age 40 and 4 years retired from the league.
I like that pick. I always liked Danielle. And he had some big games too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one day he hit like 8 or 9 threes or something, and averaged in the high teens for, I think it was Utah. I think.
He was with them for an extended period in the early 2000s. Yeah, I mean, I see him as a kind of guy that Shabazz could become, possibly. Because Shabazz is a pretty physical, rebounding small forward, and I could see Daniel Marshall and Shabazz being kind of related a little bit, maybe.
See, I think Shabazz could have a better career than Danielle.
I hope so. That would be great.
I really do.
It could be, but like I'm just trying to keep it low end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try not to be like.
Yep. No, that's right.
LeBron.
I'm not afraid to make the big calls, mate. You obviously you are, but I'm not, and but I'll make them. No, that was a good pick. Very good. Look, my pick is. I'll tell you what. When we got this young, outstanding point guard, I was absolutely wrapped. It was 93, 94.
Ooh.
Spent 5 years with the purple and gold, and that was Mr. Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick, Nick at Night, whatever you want to call him. Was an all-star at the Lakers. There was rumblings coming out of college that he had an attitude problem, so he slipped to pick 36. And Jerry West said, thank you very much, we'll snap him up. And his time at the Lakers, he averaged 13, nearly 17, nearly 15, 15, 13, 16.
Mm-hmm.
And just he was clutch. He could carry an offense. He could hit guys with a great pass. It was the perfect point guard to have with Cedric and Vlade and Eddie Jones and all the rest of the guys. It was just so much fun. Just wish we had him when we had those championship runs in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my best memory of Nick, or one of my favourite memories, was I think he hit a game winner against San Antonio in the playoffs, but I think they knocked us out from memory. That was a long time ago as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Nick the Quick, and it took me ages. You might be able to find him over in the USA, but to find a Nick Van Exel jersey here in Australia, I got mine about 5 years ago. Was very hard, but I managed to find one, and he's one of my favourite jerseys. So yeah, Nick Van Exel.
Number 9. Yeah,
Number 9.
Not bad. And I always wonder how his chemistry would have been with in the championship years, but if it worked, that would have been one hell of a team. Maybe it would have won 4 or 5 in a row. Who knows?
Yeah, well, he was. You know what? It probably wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
But it's always a shame he didn't get a ring, because he finished up in 2006 and then with the Spurs, and then the Spurs go and win a title the year after he retires. So he just missed out.
Mm-hmm.
But I could watch Nick the Quick play all day.
Yeah, there's so many good point guards like that good point guards, good players where they were so close, and then didn't get it. Like Derek Harper is another one right there. Oh, I missed it by like this much. Poor guy.
Yeah, I love Derek Harper. Oh,
so good,
wasn't
he?
Great point guard. He was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people can go, "You're crazy. Derek Harper wasn't awesome," but you know what? He was darn good.
He really was. That's like a throw-in retro NBA player. We'll call him. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that, we'll move on to our Bar Fight Award. I'll kick this one off. Look, I'm going to give my Bar Fight to injuries, the Lakers' injuries this year.
Ooh.
I think someone might have pointed a bone at us, have just given us a curse at some stage. It is ridiculous the amount of injuries we've copped, and I've just had enough. You know, Nick Young comes back, we lose him. Nash comes back, we lose him. Kobe breaks his bone in his knee.
Oh.
Kaman gets hurt rolling out of bed. Gasol does a groin. We just cannot take a trick. So I'm just hoping that we've had our fill of bad luck the last 2 years with injuries. Hopefully next year when we get Kevin Love.
How dare you? How dare you?
Injuries are finished. New coach, new beginnings. Let's get it done. So yeah, line up the injuries and just whack them over the head with a bar stool. That's my bar fight.
And then wipe it out for good, right?
That's it, mate. That's it. Who you got for me? Palladino.
It's my favorite point guard in the whole wide world. Can you imagine who that guy might be?
Ooh. I think I know.
Yeah, it was the little blow up he had with our favorite coach, because our favorite coach finally did something right and took the guy out in favor of Ricky Rubio in the fourth quarter. Was about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, which is unorthodox because Barea must own the fourth quarter. It's all his. He's the Comcast of the fourth quarter in the NBA. He has to own everything. So that's basically it. And then ultimately, Barea, the way he stood there flailing his arms out, like, why are you taking me out? You know, just flipping out at Edelman. And then Flip Saunders ultimately later said, hey, what's the deal here? You know, you can't be doing that. That's not professional. Something along those lines. And Barea basically said, well, that's who I am. You know, it's that was basically Barea's response to all that. Well, that's how I am. I'm going to get upset because that's just the way I am. Great, Barea. I'm glad you're able to be yourself, and please be yourself and sit down when the better point guard is out there, and we're winning games on the road without you out there.
So we know who he is, and he's selfish. That's good.
He is very selfish.
Puts himself for the team. Well done, Juan Jose.
Juan Jose Barea. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to anything at the minute.
Oh yeah, Peronish.
Now, look, you've got some fan interaction, Joey. Do you want to hit us with some fan interaction, brother?
I do? No. Yeah, on the Facebook page, as you may have heard in the jingles out there with my beautiful big voice jingle there.
Big boy, big voice.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Tanae Brown out of New Zealand, a good friend of Timberwolves Explosion, has come over to this show as well. Thank you very much for that. Ask us a question saying, what do you think the Lakers can offer the Wolves to make them consider trading Love? I know the Wolves aren't considering offers, but would love to know your thoughts. Pardon me. Yep.
Well, being the Laker fan, I think I'm qualified to answer this.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'm not. I would say to Flip, everyone is available bar Kobe.
Wow.
So take your pick. Who you want? You want Powell? You got him. You want Ryan Kelly? You got him. You got Kaman, Jordan Hill? You got him. Nick Young? You got him. Just whatever works. Get it done.
What about Bazmore, huh?
Oh,
if I'm pronouncing that correctly this time, I don't know if I am or not.
You got the Hankisms going. No, yeah, you can have Bazemore. Stuff him. If it's for Kevin Love, you can have
Bazemore.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Now I'm getting the Hankisms, aren't I?
Well, yeah, look, if we could give you Gasol, but I mean, you're not going to take a soon to be 34-year-old power forward, even though he's playing well.
No, I still remember that rumor. Was it just last year or so? I think. Or 2 years ago, I was like, no, come on. Don't do that. Even though he's a good player and all that good stuff. But Kevin Love for Gasol, I think that's kind of suicide.
I mean, if you can get him as a free agent,
yeah,
Gasol, yeah, do it. I mean, you could play him at center. And, okay, he hasn't got the rim protection, but he does block shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not bad at defense, no.
Would you trade Peck for Gasol?
Ooh, kind of depends on how win-nowish we are, if you know what I mean. How close we are to winning. Right now, I think we're we're closer than our record, if that makes any sense. But obviously, that depends on who the coach is next year, and Gasol's obviously would be 1 year older. So, that's a really tough one. Pekovic missed a lot of time again this year. Imagine that. That's the other part that's frustrating too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a tough one. Again, it kind of depends on how close we truly believe we are to winning right now.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head.
Gun to my head.
Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Yep. I wouldn't do that deal just because I love Gasol, but I love Peck, but I still wouldn't do it.
So it makes sense if the Lakers don't want to do it, that means the Wolves should want to, if you know what I mean. Yes.
Yep.
You want to be ahead in the deal.
That's it.
So we have one more coming up here from Kalen Woods, a well-known Laker fan and a good friend of Courtside and Timberwolves Explosion. Yes, he says, I really hope the Lakers keep Sacre. Okay, I'm just kidding. Sacre and Bazemore around long-term. Cheaper long-term deals of guys who can do a little on the court, but more for this. So he puts up looks like he puts up it's a link to Bazemore hitting a winning shot. That's what it was. Yep. So he said these two have got the art of bench support down to a fine art, and every team needs that. Oh, I see what he means. He's showing how they were really excited. Yes.
Yep.
Their support team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Look, I'm happy to keep Sacre around as a backup for. If he wants to stay for the next 10 years as a backup, I'm happy with that. He's not that bad as far as backups go. You know my thoughts on Bazemore. Yeah, so look, if I don't think Bazemore's going to cost us that much either. So I hope they stick around. I do like both players.
Could have a nice future, at least with the team. Sometimes maybe one of them's the next Trevor Ariza. Maybe that's Buzz, but I'm never going to get it right. Bazemore. There we go. Beasley. No. Could be like a Trevor Ariza. Remember how he emerged and
love Trevor.
Really
love Trevor. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Me too.
All right. If there's no more fan interactions,
there is not. At least not recently, yeah.
Well, look, do hit us up on Showtime and T-Wolves Facebook page. Just give it a search and like it, and interact with us. We love talking Lakers and T-Wolves. So and also you can find us at Showtime and Timberwolves. Would you believe on Twitter?
Yeah.
You can find me at VANROK44. You can also find Showtime and T-Wolves on the sportstuff.com, iTunes, and Double Twist for you Android users. And for you 2 or 3 BlackBerry users out there, you can find us. What's that store they use?
It's just the store itself. You know how all these smartphones have stores?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's BlackBerry.
Yeah, same with the Windows. You just find it in the store. But I'm sure there's apps too, like podcast apps. So,
Joey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think my beer's run out.
No.
And you know what that means?
That means
it's the end of the show.
Means we have to go. Damn it.
Thanks, Joey. It's been fun.
Absolutely. You're welcome. I've enjoyed it very much, and thank you always.
I'll don't forget that homework, and I will speak to you next week. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Go Timberwolves.
Go Lakers.